Okay, Leon, I'm back for math. We have a lot of math today. You have 2 pages to do, but it's pretty easy, and I am not making you do all of the problems. So eyes on me, 1, 2, 3, and let's go. Today you are learning thousands. So when we have thousands, we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So how many numbers will you have when you're writing thousands? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have 4 digits. A digit is just another word for number. You're going to have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. All right, now what are these? These are plates of 100. How many are on each one? 100 little ones. So let's count them. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So I have 10 hundreds. Can 10 fit in that place? Only one number can go in each blank. So I cannot do that. But I can have, it takes 10 of these hundreds to make 1,000. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So I can put it in a big group and I have 1,000. So I can write, I have 1,000. I have no hundreds left over, no tens, and no ones. In between the hundreds place and the thousands place, there's always a comma. It goes 1, tens, hundreds, comma. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. You always separate the thousands from the hundred. When you build these with place value blocks, I sent all the place value blocks home with the first graders. I didn't think about you needing them. They will make a cube. If you stack them all together, 10 of them make a cube. So we call it a cube of 1,000. Now let me show you another problem. Okay, so I'm going to do squares. If you'll just give me just a minute. I'm going to do some squares on here. And I'm going to do some sticks of 10. And I'm going to do some ones. Okay, let's look at this number. All right, this is a big number. Let's count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. We've got 10 of them. What do 10 hundreds make? They make 1,000. 1,000 is 1,000. So we're going to circle that. That's 1,000. Now I've got 100, 200, so I've got 1,100, 1,200, 1,210, 1,220, 1,230, 1,231, 1,232. So how many digits do I need? When I'm writing thousands, I need ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. 4 digits. All right, so I've got my 4 places. Let's see if I can figure it out. How many thousands do I have? 1. How many hundreds are left? 200. How many tens? 3. How many ones? 2. Now this is our language of math. The way we do it, the way we build big numbers is each place has a different meaning. So this one means I have 2. This one means I have 30. This one means I have 200. This one means I have 1,000. And that's how our number system works. It's really neat and it's really fun. So if you're noticing, every time you have 10, if you have 10 of these, it has to move to a group of 10. If you have 10 groups of 10, it becomes a group of 100. If you have 10 groups of 100, it becomes 1,000. So it's a 10-base number system. So you are learning big things. So if we look at your paper, and we see a number here. So let's see if we can count it up. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So I'm going to put 4,000, comma. Then I have 100, 200, 300. So I put a 3. Then I have 10, 20, 30, 40, so I put a 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have 6 ones. So your number should be 4,346. Now, if that 6 were in a different place, it would have a totally different meaning. What if that 6 were in the hundreds place? We would have 600s. What if that 6 were in the thousands place? We would have 6,000s. So that's what they're doing on the next section. It says, write the value of the underlined digit or the underlined number. What do you see underlined in number 2? I see an 8. Does that mean 8, 80, 800, or 8,000? Depends on which place it's in. What place is it in? It's in the tens place, so it means 80. I see on number 4 they have a 4 underlined. Does it mean 4,000 or 400 or 40 or 4? I want you to do all of those and then we're going to check them. So pause your video. Do 2 through 8. Only 2 through 8. Okay, you're coming back. Let's look. The 8 means 80. The 4 means 40. The 4 means 400. And the 6 just means 6. Did you get those right? Mom, if he missed some of those, have him do 3 through 9. If he got all those correct, he can move on. Let's look at, it's called standard form. It's another way of showing you what each place means. We have 7,000 plus 800 plus 90 plus 3. What number will that make? Well, I'm going to put 7,000 in the thousands, 7 in the thousands place. I'm going to put 8 in the hundreds place because there are 8 of them. I'm going to put 9 in the tens place because there are 9 of them. And 3 in the ones place. So I get this number, 7,893. All right, let's do number 12. Number 12 is words, but it's the same as numbers, just written with words. 6,000, so I put 6 in the thousands place. 300, so I put 3 in the hundreds place. 41, so I put 4 in the tens place, 1 in the ones place. 6,000. 6,341. Does yours look like that? The problem is I already recorded this lesson. I did the whole lesson. I did the worksheet and there was no sound. So I had to re-record it. But I don't have any more math sheets, so I've already worked these. Let's look at expanded form on number 14. Can you stretch 6,587 out like they did on number 10? That's what they want you to do. How many thousands are there? 6,000. So you write down 6,000. How many hundreds are there? 500. So just write 500. How many tens are there? 80. Or at least it means 80. And how many ones are there? 7. So your expanded form should look like that. Look at yours and look at mine. You have that? Okay. That wasn't too hard, was it? So you've got the back page to do by yourself. You only have to do 2, 6, 8, and number 9. I want to do number 9 with you. Let's see if we can read it together. Haley found that Ribbon Fall is 1,612 feet tall. What is Ribbon Fall? What is that, a ribbon? I don't think it's a ribbon. I think it might be a waterfall. So a waterfall could actually be that long. So it's got words, 1,000. So put down 1,000. And then it has plus 600 plus 12. Do you write 12 down? No, it's 10. It's one group of 10, so it's 10 plus 2. And the number equals 1,612. Does yours match mine? All right, we're going to skip number 10 and number 11, and we're going to go to the next page. The next page is rounding. I have not taught you a lot of rounding because we do not round very often, but sometimes when you're doing quick math and you don't need an exact answer, it's helpful to be able to round. So when you're rounding to the nearest 10, you have to look at the ones place. So if I have 33, I'm going to look at the ones place to find out if I need to go to, is this closer to 30 or is it closer to 40? All right, what's halfway between 30 and 40? 35. That's your tipping point. That's the tip of the mountain. If you go past 35, it's going to go to 40. So 36, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39, they're past the halfway point. You're going to round to 40. But if it's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, that's before the tipping point. You're going to round to 30. So what is 33? It's on this side of 35, so it's not past the tipping point, so it's closer to 30. Okay? And the next one we have is 87. Is 87 closer to 80 or closer to 90? We've got to look at the ones place. And the tipping point is the 85. Tipping point is 85. So is 87 past 85 or before 85? If it comes before, whoops, over here, if it comes before, we're going to go to 80. But if it goes past, we're going to tip down to 90. And 87 is past it, so we have 90. That's how you round to the nearest 10. When you're rounding to hundreds, we have 782. So we're trying to see, is this closer to 700 or closer to 800? Okay, so what's the tipping point in between 7 and 800? It's always going to be something with a 5 in it, so it's 750 is the tipping point. If it comes before 750, it'll go back to 700. But if the number comes past 750, it's going to tip to 800. So we've got 8. 780. Is 780 over here or over here? You watching with your eyeballs? It's over here. So we're going to round 782. It's closer to 800. Okay, so what if we want to round to the nearest 1,000? We've got 8,647. So we're looking, is this closer to 8,000 or closer to 9,000? All right, so the tipping point is something with a 5 in it. It's going to be 8,500. If it comes before 8,500, we'll stay at 8,000. If it comes past the tipping point, we'll roll on to 9,000. So let's look in the hundreds. Is 8,600 past 8,500 or before it? It's past, so this number is closer to 9,000. It's not really hard, and I know that you can do this. And then let's look at the bottom. Look, if you need to pause your video, if you want to work the page, pause the video. I don't want to just be talking to myself. And then pick it back up. Alright, so if we look at number 23, it says we are counting by tens. When you're counting by tens, what changes? The tens place. So if we've got 642, what's in the tens place? The 4. So it's going to be 632 because it goes 4, 3, 622, 2, and then 1. Because it goes 4, 3, 2, 1 in the tens place. If you count backwards, you'll be able to figure out what's over here. It's a little bit harder if you start over here and you don't know what's over there. So I'd recommend going backwards. Okay, that's in the tens place. Now the next one says changing the hundreds place. So when we're counting by hundreds, only the hundreds place changes. So they have a 306. Whoops, that's 360. I'm about out of room. They have 306. That's the one that we know. What's the 100 that comes before 300? 200. The rest of it stays the same. 206, 306, 406, 506. Look at the purple. I'm sorry it's all mixed up, but it's the purple one. Okay, so that's how you count by hundreds. I know you know how to do that. Mama, if he has trouble on the rounding, get him to do more of the problems. Just one more at a time till he can do them by himself without help. Then on the back of the page, you're going to count by hundreds on number 6. You're going to round to the nearest 10 on 7 and 10. 13, 19, and 14. 13, 14, and 19, you're rounding to the nearest 100. And then you're doing even numbers and odd numbers. Even numbers and odd numbers. you always look at one place. It's the ones place. The first one they have is 27. So I've got 2 10s and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. It does not matter what's in the tens place. It matters what's in the ones place. Let's draw 7 out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I cut 7 in half so that Leon and I can both have the same amount? Well, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't work. Let me try a different color. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There is no way to divide 7 equally so that you and I can both have the same. So we call that a odd number. Odd number. When you're counting by twos, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, all of those can be cut in half. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, those cannot be cut in half. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. All the ones that end with that are odd numbers. All the ones that end with this are even numbers. Because even numbers can be split in half. That's why they're called even. Some for you and some for me. Same amount. Alright, so that's all of your math. I know that was quick, fast, and in a hurry, but you can slow it down by pausing the video, working the parts. And Mama, you just check and see what he needs help with. If he needs a little bit more practice in one of those areas, give him a few more of those problems until you feel like he understands it. All right, Leon, I'm going to come back with your math practice, your multiplication times tables, and we'll see you then. I'll see you later.